everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Kickstarter Lookback. This is where I take a look at different games that we backed on Kickstarter and see where we're at with them at this point in time. So we're going to take a look at 12 different games. Here we go. First, we have Keystone North America. So this is I believe, the initial game from Rose Gauntlet Entertainment. And this one here, which is all about animals in North America, and you're building a grid of them in front of you. And it's beautiful. It's a very good production. I have no problems with this company. I look forward to seeing their future stuff. I thought the game itself was okay at best. Unfortunately, you have these objectives and you're trying to fill rows and columns. I've kind of seen this game many, many times, and this one was just not as interesting as I wanted it to be. That being said, there's a lot of cool things, and like I said, they did a really good job in production, so looking forward to seeing their next game. Buru. Now, I think we got this somewhere at the Dice Tower. I've not played this one yet. This is from Crafty Games, so if I haven't got it, I'm assuming it's coming soon or what have you. It looks really cool. And this is one that I will probably get to the table as soon as I can. It looks like a straight Euro game. I know that if I haven't got it yet, that it's being delivered very, very soon. It's right around this time frame. So, yeah, I thought it was called Buru Buru because the name's on the cover twice, but just one of them's upside down. But it looks really cool. Actually, the game of nerdy corrections. So this one, unfortunately, is just trash. I really dislike this one. Now, I probably should have known what I was getting into. I mean, I don't have any real strong opinions on the show itself. But what I did not like in this party game is that it would ask this, it's a long paragraph, and you just have to kind of pick what's wrong with the paragraph and fix it. And it's so esoteric and so weird. It just seems like the ultimate game for nerds to play. There's not a lot of replayability. I was just not very impressed with the whole thing. I did not like it at all. Pilfering Pandas. So this is a weirdly addictive reinvention of Rummy. So I remember seeing this one, and this is one that I just haven't gotten to yet. This one, I really like the art on it. It has kind of this folded paper art. I mean, these look like pins here, but it's easy enough to put together in this. This was, the estimated delivery here is 2022. I don't believe it came out that quickly. Let's look at the latest update and see what the latest update says. Yeah, I guess it did come out in 2022. Well, maybe I just never had a chance to play this one. So, oh well. Maybe I'll get back and find it at some point. Space Kraken. So Space Kraken was just delivered. It was delivered to my old address, which happens occasionally because it was a Kickstarter and I missed it. And it got left out in the rain and got poured upon. And it is gone. It was destroyed. So be it. I'll never know. But looking through the destroyed stuff as I went through, I realized that this is way more RPG than I thought it would be a board game. I thought this would be kind of a neat one to play. Like, oh, you could play by yourself. And again, not 100% sure because, well, it's all wet and destroyed. As a heads up, this is the only one that's happened to. It didn't happen to other things. It still looks kind of interesting, and I would have really enjoyed playing it on my own, but we'll never know now. But that's not the company's fault, and they did get it delivered. Maximum Apocalypse Wasted Wilds, I really like. Rock Manor Games. This is one that I think that their stuff is great. I just haven't played this particular one. This is one that I pass off to Z and Mike DeLisio because they like these kind of games more than I do. But just great artwork, good production. I think very highly of these guys. Squaring Circleville, another one I haven't played. So I'm starting to notice a trend here of these games. This one was delivered, and Wendy and Chris played it and reviewed it. I like the idea of that, where they were changing a circle town to a square town. So some interesting ideas here. A Euro game. It's just one that did not get to me. I just never played it. I've heard some good things about it, and it might be one that I would go back and play at some point in time. There's a little bit too much beige in it for me, unfortunately. I wish it looked a little nicer. But it did get delivered, and yeah, there you have it. My Singing Monsters, the board game. This one was just delivered. Now, My Singing Monsters is one of the few apps that I played. It's one of those never-ending apps, and you're just building stuff, and you're building little singing monsters. I played it for a while. I've stopped playing it. It's been years since I played it. Might even be like 8 years since I played it, but I liked it. This board game, unfortunately, is a big mess. It has some nice pieces, um, and it looks really interesting, and it's cute, and I was excited to play it, but I just don't like it at all. There's like 80 decks of cards. That might be an exaggeration. It might only be 50 decks of cards, like small 2 or 3 card decks. It's too many rules for how simple it is. The rule book itself is written in sections, like, oh, play level 1, then level 2, then level 3, then level 4, then level 5. And it's unfortunately just not very good. Mechanical Beast. This one I've not played yet. This one, Step Out of the Belly into Mechanical Beast. It's just a bunch of tiles. The cover looks amazing, right? That looks great. Then the game itself, well, it looks kind of like a tile laying game. It's a puzzle and stuff. So this is one I definitely would like to give a try to reshaping the robots, but it looks like it's kind of just to move tiles around. I'm actually not as interested in the gameplay itself, but I do like the theming of it. Fall of the Mountain King. This is a game I really enjoyed. This was the prequel to Hall of the Mountain King, and it's a very different game, although it uses the same kind of theme. So there's a few small problems with the game. The biggest one is trying to figure out which trolls win an area control in the game. Other than that, though, I really like it. I like the main mechanism here. There's Build Your Ancestry, where you're playing these cards on top of each other to give you certain actions you can take over the course of the game. And that's really cool. And then there's these mighty champion cards you get that give you special abilities. And the production value is really good. It's in the Dice Tower library. I think very highly of it. It's definitely one worth checking out. Fossil Canyon. Now, this is a small little game. I don't know what caught my eye about it. I mean, maybe that's the fact that there's dinosaurs. But in this game, you were just collecting sets of dinosaurs. You then if you get enough of that set, you get a puzzle piece, and you just put these puzzle pieces down, and the longest person at the end of the game wins. Whoever's the longest chain, and that's a neat way of and this is a game you can play with kids, and I have played it with kids. And you don't have to add anything. You're just putting the puzzle pieces out. So it's a fun little game, but it's mostly for kids. There's some luck to it as you draw these cards, but it also teaches you a lot about the dinosaurs. It's a nice little game. And then finally, Cyber Odyssey. This is definitely a game that has not been delivered yet. And if you read the comments, people are not very happy about it. And so there's not a lot I can say about this one. It was supposed to be delivered in September 2022. So it is almost a year and a half late at this point, and not much more I can say here other than, I wish it was good. I wish I could tell you more about this game, but I don't know anything about it. So there you have it. And that, folks, is a Kickstarter look back. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time on the Dice Tower.